Morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Dalton, this is Armson Farms. We're gonna get this manure pump buttoned back up, hopefully in the lagoon and screaming within the next hour or two. So what I gotta do, this here is a reservoir for gear oil. I gotta fill that and I gotta get this line that goes all the way to the back. Get all the air out of it. And that comes back in here into this part that broke yesterday. First, I'm gonna pop the cap off and make sure that that gets full of gear oil. Then we're gonna take the hose off, fill that, wait till oil's coming out the bottom, put it back on. All right, so I got that bearing housing there full of oil. And then all the way up at the front there, you see the pail, there's a reservoir. I got that full. Problem is it's gotta flow all the way down the pump and into here, and I got this cap off so there's not, so it flushes the air out, but it's been about 40 minutes. That gear oil travels slower than crap. So this is irritating. I think I'm gonna go take the kids to school. Usually only takes me about 20 minutes to go pick them up and run them down to school and be back. I don't think it's just gonna magically flow. So hopefully when I get back, it's coming out the bottom. That would be nice. Well, it's 9:45, so there's 3 hours of my life that I can't get back, but that stuff moves slow. I ended up putting some air to it to try flushing it through, and that didn't totally work. So I said the hell with it, and I went and did other stuff. But finally, had just a little bit of oil drizzling out the very back of that hose, so I hooked it up. We're gonna go drop it in. I did start it. Everything sounds smooth and seems to be turning, so wish me luck, folks, because if this grenades, I might just lose my sanity. Well, we're putting manure in a tank, by golly. It agitated for a minute, and I said, well, pitter patter. That's gonna be one of my new checks. Every time I grease it, I'm gonna pull the cap off, make sure there's oil down in that, I don't know, I'm calling it a gearbox, but that bearing housing thing back there, make sure it's clean, no manure in it. That's probably gonna be one of my new checks, because that wasn't a fun job to do. All right, he's putting the finishing load on this field here. Go right down along this edge. He's gonna come right out on the bottom corner there. He's already spread the headland on the far side in this bottom headland. So he's gonna make that load last all the way to the bottom. Come right out this corner. All right, so we're up here on the next field now. This is our dead end road field. As you can see, we are in fact on a dead end road, which is a nice little loop here. I don't know, 35, 40 acres, something like that, end to end. I ripped anywhere where there was runoff risk. Really the only section I didn't was from there to, I don't know if you guys can see it, right about there. I ripped around the outside twice with a ripper. I'm not anticipating us having any issues. This manure is thicker than thick. But close to home, he is waiting for me just a minute or two. We had talked about maybe trying to get another truck in, but I think the trucks would end up waiting an awful long time. So we're just gonna keep hammering here and see what we can get accomplished. Beautiful day. Supposed to have rain coming at 3, but only for the hour of 3. So it could just be a quick passing storm or sprinkle, or it might end up missing us. Let's hope for that. Well, here we go again. There goes all my hydraulic oil. Son of a really bad word. Luckily, I was only half a mile from home. I was able to just haul hiney here. So at least I'm at the shop. Just another day with another breakdown. This spring, I'm telling you, it's gonna drive me to drink water. It's gonna drive me to drink water. I'm over it. All right, well, we got the hose off of there at the expense of dropping 30 gallons of hydraulic oil all over the ground, but that is what that is. And my shirt took a pretty good blunt, so throw that in there, go home, get a new shirt, get some lunch, reconvene. All right, well, Cal Diesel got us hooked up with a new hose. Unfortunately, we might get absolutely poured on putting it back on. That's how today's gonna go. It's okay, not a big deal. We're not getting worked up over it. We're just gonna get it thrown back on, get it full of oil, and God willing, we'll get back to moving manure. We shall see. All right, 500 cuss words later, and the hose is on. Just got to roll the hydraulic oil out and spend a few $100 more there. I guess they went and looked at a field, see if maybe we'd be able to do a little bit of planting this afternoon, and I guess they got the pickup truck stuck in the field when they were looking, so I guess that's a no. Everything today feels like it's taking forever. But to pump, 40, 50 gallons of oil takes a minute, I guess. All right, back under the pipe. As I pull under, raindrops. But I don't care. I'm kind of over it. We're just gonna power through the rest of the day. It's already 3 o'clock. Yeah. Yeah. Mister. I might as well walk out into this field, take a peek at the alfalfa. This is the last year on this field here. It's got a little bit of orchard on the side. Not too bad. Yeah, the stuff's knee deep. I just talked to Grandpa. I think the plan, he said, was to try to cut Saturday or Sunday. We got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday now in the 60s, but it's not supposed to be raining at the moment. It is supposed to rain a little bit Saturday night and a little bit Sunday morning, but at this point, get it cut so when it's nice out, it's already down and it'll dry out faster. So hopefully beginning of next week, we're scraping up the last of the triticale and scraping up some alfalfa. And obviously continuing the manure carousel here. 9320's loving life. That spreader makes it look like a pretty small tractor though. All right guys, 6 o'clock and potentially more bad news. There's more bad news one way or another. All afternoon, the truck was unloading slower than slow. The pump on the back of the truck was hot. So, Chuck is coming out in the morning, Hainsworth, with his gauges to test my PTO pressure for me. I do not have a set of those. I should probably buy the set off from them. Because it was taking 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes to pump a load of manure. Now granted, we're turning loads fast. We're going close to home, thick manure. That oil just doesn't have time to cool down, I guess. The way I understand is what it is. So we're batting 1,000. We're just gonna break everything right off the bat. So that way, when it's really go time, everything's new and fixed, right? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna tell myself. Anyways, guys, appreciate the views, as always. We're gonna head home and get some supper. Hang out with the kids, remember what's important. And we'll block out today's memory and yesterday's memory. How about that? And tomorrow's a new day. The sun's gonna come up. We're gonna get it back rolling. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. So the lagoon is dropping. It's just, boy, if we could just consistently haul, even for just one full day, we would put a much bigger dent in it. But anyways, guys, I'm going to stop yapping here. Rock on, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed watching the Goofy Dairy Farmer on YouTube. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.